Howdy, folks. I'm a crow.
And I'm a scarecrow. Ooh. You should be scared. Ah.
And here's some Reddit. Alright, folks. Our first letter is titled, Am I a jerk for kicking my boyfriend's girl best friend out of my Halloween party because of her costume? Hi, everyone. I'm going to cut to the chase. I'm a 19-year-old female and had a Halloween party over the weekend. I invited my boyfriend, a 21-year-old male, and a bunch of friends over, including his girl best friend, and I'll call her Agatha. My boyfriend and I had decided to dress up as Peter the Pumpkin Eater. If you haven't seen the costume, the guy wears a shirt that says Peter Peter, and the girl dresses as a pumpkin because, well, you know. I was pretty excited just because I thought it was funny and cute couple's costume. Agatha texted me the night before the party and asked what my costume was going to be. I explained the costume my boyfriend and I would be wearing, and she said that she was probably just to come as a seductive cat. Fast forward to the night of the party, everyone is having fun and a nice time. Well, it was until Agatha walks in dressed as a pumpkin. I swear, the room went silent. She went over and hugged my boyfriend. I was mad. I asked if I could speak to her privately, and we went into my bedroom. I asked why she had chosen to dress as a pumpkin since she knew the joint costume that my boyfriend and I had planned. She said that she didn't see what the big deal was, and that it would be better as a group costume. I told her that I didn't think it was funny, and I would be really interested in her changing into a different costume. I had a witch costume that she could borrow for the night. She turned red and started to yell that I don't get to control what she wears. I told her that she was disrespecting my relationship by insinuating that my boyfriend and her are having adult fun time. She kept screaming about how it was funny and I need to lighten up, but I asked her to leave. She stormed out of the house and returned to the party. The mood had shifted, though, and it felt like the night was ruined. My boyfriend agrees that she crossed the line, but a few of our friends are saying that I was being overdramatic. I guess I'm just wondering, am I the jerk? Alright, folks, what do you think? Jerk or not the jerk?
I'm gonna go with not the jerk. First of all, it's not cool to steal someone else's costume to begin with, but especially where the connotations of this costume are
Yeah.
pretty clear. Like,
Yeah, I think the connotations are more than anything. If she had just happenstance dressed up as a pumpkin and showed
mm-hmm,
up, that would be one thing. But because OP had taken the time to explain that this was a couple's
mm-hmm.
costume, it did kind of change things. I think that OP might be being a bit dramatic in the respect that I doubt the room went like quiet the moment she walked in or anything like that. I think that might have just been like OP's perception of the situation.
It's fully possible, but it definitely seems like she is attracted to your boyfriend OP. Like,
Yeah, I mean, this seems like she may very well, or maybe she really just sincerely has a warped sense of humor, and she thought she likes watching people be uncomfortable or something. I mean, some people are like, ah ha ha, I'm gonna do this, and it's gonna be funny, right? She just might have a different sense of humor, but she also might be interested in Opie's boyfriend. I don't know. So it's a question for them to resolve between themselves. Anyhow, take care and good luck. All right, folks, our next letter is titled, Am I a jerk for not taking my kids trick or treating because I don't want to walk up a hill? My kids are a 7-year-old female and an almost 3-year-old female. We were super excited for Halloween this year. It's my favorite holiday, and so I'm always excited too. I went all out for costumes and stuff like that. My oldest is wearing Sally, and my youngest chose Ariel. I'm planning to wear my Lumine costume that I spent almost a year making. Now that's some dedication.
mm-hmm.
Except my town moves the trick or treat night from Saturday to Monday. This is really bad for us because we live on top of a pretty steep hill and their dad will have the car for work since he works night shifts. Trick or treating starts at 7 and he leaves for work at 7. Now I walk up this hill when I absolutely have to, but I really try to avoid it. It's 8 blocks to the top and it's steep the entire way. Pushing a stroller up is terrible. Convincing a toddler to walk up it is even more terrible. I have asthma and I often struggle up the hill with it. So I canceled our trick or treat plans because I can't do that hill with two kids after walking around trick or treating. Instead, I bought them a basket for Halloween, camp in, and a movie night. They have Halloween themed pajamas, some spooky cups for hot chocolate, a book for coloring, and a make your own monster kit and a spooky face mask. I also stayed up late to hand make some skull shaped hot chocolate bombs with edible glitter, and I made a little ghost shaped marshmallow for it. I also have candy and popcorn. But their grandparents are being harsh about it. They said that I ruined the holiday and that I should be ashamed that I'm depriving them of trick or treating just because I'm lazy. They also claimed that my kids would hate the baskets and be pressured to lie about their feelings because of it. I guess it could be selfish to cancel just because of the walk home, and maybe I should just tough it out. I don't want to ruin my kids' holiday, so am I the jerk for not taking them just because the walk home would be terrible? Alright, folks, and there are some edits here, but they're mostly just details about why OP can't do these additional things in order to celebrate Halloween or take their kids trick or treating. So let me know, what do you think, jerk or not the jerk?
I'm gonna say not the jerk. It sounds like OP has put a lot of thought into this alternate plan, and
Mm-hmm.
you know, the kids may or may not be disappointed depending on how they are, but it sounds like it's not something you can do right now, and you're going out of your way to try and make sure they have a good holiday anyway.
Yeah,
And so,
I think Halloween parties are pretty standard, and I
mm-hmm,
think that that's something that people do anyways. Like a lot of folks will have alternate Halloween parties, or they'll have trunk or treat, or they'll do all kinds of other things. I don't think this is necessarily depriving kids of their Halloween spirit because they
mm-hmm.
still get to dress up, they still get to decorate, and they get to have a fun time. Really, they're still kind of young, so I don't know.
They still got plenty more years of trick or treating in them.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate from this particular case that OP wasn't able to take them, but they also have a condition that stops them from doing this in a safe way.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they don't need to be having an asthma attack at the end of the night. That might actually be traumatic for the kids, especially if they're like wheezing and having a horrible time breathing. So,
Yeah.
I don't blame OP here. I don't think that they're ruining the kids' Halloween. If no one else can do this for OP, then it's not their fault, right?
Exactly. Well, and again, I think, you went above and beyond with your plan. You are going to give them a very nice Halloween anyway, so I don't. Trick or treating can be fun, but it's not the end all be all.
Exactly, exactly. All right, folks, our next letter is titled, Am I the Jerk for Refusing to Give My Son Pants? Today, kids can wear their costumes to school. My son's costume included a leotard. I got a call around 10 asking me to bring in pants for my son. I was really annoyed because I was at work, but I went home and I grabbed some. I got to the classroom and there were so many kids wearing leotards. Not a majority or anything, but a fair number of girls were wearing costumes that had leotards. I went up to the teacher and asked what the issue was. She said it wasn't appropriate. I pointed out all the girls with leotards, and she said that it was fine. I said that if it's fine for them, it's fine for him. If there's a rule and no leotards was on the guidelines, it needs to be enforced equally. She said that I needed to change him or she was sending him to the office. Well, I went to the office myself and I got the principal. She was really annoyed, but eventually agreed to go with me to the classroom. She looked at the costume and said, It's fine, and then left. The teacher was clearly frustrated, and when I was leaving and thanked the principal, she rolled her eyes at me. When I got back to work, I told a friend the story, and she said that I was a little over the top. She said that the teacher was probably worried something would happen, but that was stupid. If a rule exists, it needs to be enforced for everyone, not just boys. Was I wrong to take a stand? All right, folks, what do you think? Jerk or not the jerk?
Not the jerk. Gender dress codes just don't make a lot of sense.
Well, and I mean, leotards are pretty standard anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Like adult men wear leotards, and it's pretty common for things like plays and all those
Mm-hmm.
kinds of things, right? So I don't really feel like this is really out of the blue or something that's so socially unacceptable or something to that effect. So no, I don't think OP is the jerk in this situation. I
And they're
think
children too.
yeah, these are children. I don't know what they were worried about. It's just kids wearing costumes, right?
Right. So that's why I can only think of it just doesn't make any sense why you would care what costumes a kid are wearing because they're just costumes.
Yeah, I mean, if like the leotard had like needles sticking out of it or something like that. I'm a cactus, a real cactus. Then yeah, I mean it'll be like, oh yeah, I might want to change those. Puts a whole new perspective on the principal's priority. Yeah, it's fine. So yeah, I don't think that OP's the jerk, and I don't really feel like they made a big deal out of this. I feel like they were frustrated because the
Mm-hmm.
teacher was not enforcing a rule equally.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, anyhow, take care and good luck. All right, folks, it is tea time. Grab your beverages of choice. I've
Ooh,
got some tea here.
I
Amber's
apparently have
spilling.
steam that I spilled all over
Yeah,
myself.
Amber's spilling steam and tea on herself, which is good. That's fine. That's fine. And I've got some tea right here, and Amber's apparently got a mug with color changing eyeballs
Yes,
on it.
yes, this is my David's tea mug with color changing eyes. You put hot water or hot tea in there, and the eyes change color.
As you can
So,
see, the
or
yellow ones are disappearing in because they are on the green screen, kiddo.
oh yes, I thought you meant on my mug because they'll cool down and it will go back to black.
Yeah, no,
But
no. On the green screen, the yellow ones are showing up as black.
yeah, why did the skeleton go to the barbecue?
Why did the skeleton go to the barbecue? Well, I imagine that the skeleton went to the barbecue because they, in their former life, reminisce about the barbecue, and it was a fond place for them that they enjoyed, and they had a really good time there. Plus, they could eat all the people.
They wanted some spare ribs.
See, look, I wasn't too far away. The book is twisted.
That
The book
wasn't
is
the book.
twisted.
That was not the book. That
Oh,
was the Annie's Bunny box.
oh, that was the Annie's Bunny book. Wow, that they're twisted. Hey kids, I mean it makes sense. Like if you ever seen the Monty Python sketch with like the bunny that eats people, that probably is where they got it from. The bunny from that movie. So yeah, and I have Mega Mint tea. I had Mega Mint tea yesterday too. So if you guessed that yesterday, you were right. I just forgot to mention it. All right, folks, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you so much to Amber for joining me today.
Thank you for indulging me and letting me drag in some more Halloween because it's Halloween for us. It's not
Yeah,
for
yeah.
you anymore, but
So yeah, tomorrow, of course, you'll be watching this. It's a Halloween surprise for you. So hopefully you had a happy Halloween, and yeah, and I guess we'll see you all tomorrow.
bye.